Dear physics aspirants, right now I have the chapter 4 of motion in a plane of physics, and here is the QR code for scanning. And I would like to discuss regarding the introduction, and here is the introduction. In the last chapter we have developed the concept of position, displacement, velocity and acceleration that are needed to describe the motion of an object along a straight line. So motion of a straight line provide you the motion and under the scalar and vectors quantities, and here we found that directional aspect of these quantities can be taken care by plus and minus signs symbols, as in one dimensions only two directions are possible. Two direction, but in order to describe motion of an directions are possible, but in order to describe motion of an object in two dimensions, a plane or three dimensions or three dimensions space, we need to use vectors to describe the above vectors in based on the direction mentioned physical quantities. Therefore it is first necessary to learn the language of vectors. When we understand the vectors, then we will go to the motion in a plane and we should decide the direction. What is vector? So first the question is vector. How to add, subtract and multiply vectors. The two things, subtraction and multiplication. What is the result of multiplying a vector by a real number? We shall learn this to enable us to use vectors for defining velocity and acceleration in plane. Velocity and acceleration will be needed for understanding motion in a plane. Under the vectors quantity, we then discuss motion of an object in a plane. As a simple case of motion in a plane, we shall discuss motion with constant acceleration and treat in detail in the projectile motion. Projectile motion will be the parabola. Circular motion in a familiar class of motion that has a specific significance, spatial. In daily life situations, we shall discuss uniform circular motion in some details. The questions developed in this chapter for motion in a plane can be easily extended to the case of three dimensions. In next video, I will provide you the scalar and vectors. First, I have discussed introduction, motion in a plane. We will meet in next video with the discussions of scalars and vectors, i.e. here 4.2. Thank you.